Today on XYZ with Erik Zachary, Baldoni versus Blake, the final match. The Cage of Death, the Circle of Fire. They're suing each other.
They're in the midst of a legal battle.
Yeah, he put up this video, and they both think it proves their point, which I find hilarious.
You think this is Hell in a Cell?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit.
All right.
That's what I was looking for. There's watermelon-sized ice apparently falling from JetBlue aircraft. eBay users are selling iPhones that have TikTok installed for thousands of dollars. And dumb of the day, the frequent flying cat and the man who thinks that he can hang on to planes like Superman.
Yep. Yes.
I think I nailed everything, right?
Trains. He was on a train.
Yeah, but he's Superman. Oh, did I say planes?
You did.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got it right. Here's the show. As President Donald Trump gets resettled in the White House, he, like any other president, is making it more custom to, him, his office space. I understand that. He has reinstalled the Diet Coke button on the Resolute desk in the Oval Office.
That's so embarrassing.
He has a button that literally its only purpose is he presses it and a Diet Coke comes, which I have to imagine isn't so much a him thing. That has to be the staff like, you got to stop hitting the intercom just to ask for a Diet Coke. We'd rather just give you a button so we know.
So embarrassing.
So we know what you want. So which I ask you, Jordan, if you could install a button on your desk to get any kind of like food or beverage at a moment's notice, what would it be?
Okay, so I press the button, and then everybody who I've designated has to stop doing work. We all get either some sort of foot massage, and then there's like a catered lunch, and then no work is done. It's like it's my break room button.
Like a luxury workout, basically.
Yeah. Whoa. We don't talk about that.
It's what do you call it?
No, don't tell anybody.
Executive workout.
These are my secrets.
It's what when he says he's having an executive workout, he's just going to the spa.
I'm so mad at you.
It's XYZ. Your XYZ ENT Entertainment Report, all brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people. Blake versus Baldoni, the final cage match. That's
I don't think it's the final one.
Well, I hope it is. It's definitely the new Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial that's about to come out. So just to rewind, although I know you know, Blake Lively filed a lawsuit against Justin Baldoni.
Yes.
The former co-star and director of the film.
It Ends With Us.
Thank you. And it was a sexual harassment claim. So Baldoni's now said, well, I'm going to go for you and Ryan Reynolds for everything from a defamation standpoint. And he filed a $400 million claim.
Correct.
So they're going head to head. He said, she said.
Right.
He put out, because he's the director of the film, he has access to all of the takes that didn't actually make the film.
Right.
He put out unreleased footage of them on set filming a scene, but just like, it's supposed to be a slow motion shot, so the dialogue didn't matter. So they were just talking to each other.
Right.
Kind of out of character. And he's like, this definitely proves my claim.
And Emily and I have we have these moments where
staring. You just stare.
Literally we've done it for like 5 minutes.
Like they're very close. Face to face.
You would find it terrifying. We just literally hear each other, and like
when I found a sociopath,
and like time stops.
Yeah.
But like that's just.
They're doing like one of those scenes where it's like slow motion dancing, smiling, flirting.
Yeah, it's supposed to look pretty flirtatious, and she's talking him through like, oh, I think we should be talking. That's more romantic rather than just staring at each other. That's why he was saying, me and my wife, when we slow dance, we just stare at each other for 5 minutes at a time.
Right. So here's where it gets kind of funny. Baldoni put this out there saying this obviously proves my point. She felt comfortable. She was fine.
Right.
Blake's team just came out and said, obviously, the nervous laughter, the inappropriate conversations about your own intimate relations.
Right.
And, I mean, that's just a very small clip of what they put out. Obviously, it's edited. At one point, there's dialogue where he's like, I know that you and Ryan talk about me. And I'm not taking sides here, but you can kind of hear the nervous laugh. Like, I don't know why we're talking about this.
Yeah.
So they both think that it proves their point.
Yeah, I think it's gone too far.
Also, isn't there some I'm asking my attorneys and lawyers out there, isn't there you shouldn't be putting this out ahead of a trial? Or
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
it's
why
messy?
It's just wild messy,
right?
For the tabloids and us. It's XYZ with Erik Zachary, your XYZ ENT Entertainment Report. This story is developing. We'll bring you updates as they come.
Ooh, serious.
Thanks. It's all brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people. iPhones that have TikTok installed on them are selling on eBay for upwards of $10,000.
So messed up.
With the TikTok ban currently up in the air, just because it's back online doesn't mean that the ban has been repealed yet.
It's been temporarily suspended.
Yeah, you still can't download it in the App Store.
Right,
so if you didn't have it before the ban went into effect, you can't go download it.
Right.
And a lot of legislation is saying, hey, it doesn't matter what Trump says, it doesn't matter what TikTok says. The app stores don't want to get sued. So Apple's going to be like the last person to be like, okay, we'll allow this again.
Yeah.
So people are trying to take advantage of that and say, my phone has TikTok, I'll sell it to you. They're not even new iPhones.
Just
They're
old ones.
Like iPhone 13s.
For how much?
For $10,000.
That's embarrassing.
Some going for as high as $1 million.
We are in a second prohibition for a social media app. We used to be cool.
No, see, I think you're missing the opportunity here, Jordan. As someone that has TikTok on our phones.
Sell my phone right now?
Yeah, I'm just saying, I will sell it to you for like $4,000.
Okay, if there's 10,000 minimums, look, for $50K, you can come get my phone right now.
Right. I'm going the opposite way. I want to move this product. It's XYZ. Netflix is once again increasing the price of its various subscription tiers, infuriating people across the world.
Damn.
They said, quote, as we continue to invest in programming and deliver more value for our members. Are they talking about their holiday films? Because I don't know what Apple TV's got you guys kind of curbed out right now.
The recruit better be great.
We will occasionally ask our members to pay a little bit more. Now, it's not a lot. Most tiers are going up like $1.50.
Sure. I don't get the difference between the ad-free standard versus the premium. You're paying $18 to watch stuff in 720p.
No, it's don't laugh at that.
I'm just wondering what I've had the same question.
No. It's still like normal, like 1080, like HD. Like the premium's
gotcha.
like the Blu-ray Ultra 4K. How mad I'm getting about like subscribers increasing prices and whatnot, subscription services, is how my grandma must have felt about stamps, or the price of milk, because like those things don't concern me right now. Like if my milk costs $2 versus $4, I don't know the difference. I really don't.
Right.
Okay.
But if my Netflix comes out of my account and it's one of those auto subscriptions,
right,
and it goes up dollar by dollar, and they keep doing this, I'm gonna write a strongly worded letter.
Wow.
We are concerned.
Citizens of the streaming brigade.
Who are you writing it to?
Say Santa.
Mr. Netflix.
Mr. Flicks.
Mr. Netflix.
Mom's Hot Take. It's all brought to you by T-Mobile. My mom joining the show to provide her perspective on what's trending in pop culture, or more accurately, what's trending in her life.
That's it. That's the take.
That's the ticket. Yes.
That's the ticket.
Mom, today you were talking about the use of Google.
Yeah, I use Google a lot. And, I always get like my flubber. My mouth won't work right when I'm typing.
Your flubber?
Flabbergasted? Is that a word?
Flabbergasted.
Like the
Flabbergasted.
Robin Williams film,
Yeah.
Flubber?
Flabbergasted. Because I'm always asking it a question, and then it like asks me for a response, and it's like playing Magic 8-Ball. Like,
What do you mean? Give us an example here.
Okay, so I Googled nuns the other day, and I wanted to know if there were any nuns left in the world, or if we were solely lacking in convents. So the way I phrased it, Google came back at me and was like, do you mean, are there any nuns?
You're not even Catholic.
Hold on. Before we jump into your whole Google exploration, do you need Google to answer that question? Nuns
did.
still exist. They're very much present.
How do you know? How many are there? Have you run into one lately?
Wait, you Googled how many nuns are there in the world?
Yes.
Oh, I'm in. What was the... No, hang on. Let her cook. What was the answer? How many nuns are there in the world?
It
Mom?
said, yes, convents are still accepting nuns. However, they cannot be in debt. They cannot have a child, and they have to be over the age of 18.
They can't be in debt. That has to be a story. That has to be like someone tried to get out of owing someone money. They're like, I'll go be
Yep.
a
I'll
nun.
switch to a nun. and
Yeah.
then,
That's
That
exactly what
has
they
to-
said. Yeah. They said that a lot of people come to the convent for protection, and they feel like the church will pay their debt. And I'm like,
Sure.
no.
Okay, getting away from the question of nuns, what a part of that upset you from Google's end?
It's just like I can't type the way I want, and so Google always like refreshes it for me.
Like, did you mean?
Yeah, did you mean? And I'm like, how
make
rude.
up acronyms.
that would be Did you mean to ask something a little more sane? Because that was wild.
But I think that's kind of like weird. I think that this Google person out there is saying to me, did you really mean this?
No, I'm trying to zero in here because I know my mom's not new to Google. To someone hearing this, like
Sure.
I promise, we let her have technology. Do you mean like what's recently been implemented where it's like the AI
Yes.
overview?
Yes.
And it gives you like a quick condensed
Yes.
summary of a bunch of articles. So what's the problem with that?
I don't like
It's a
that.
one-stop shop.
No,
I love it.
I want like, I don't know, I want Google to be my friend and more friendly. Like right now it seems too like not friendly anymore.
Too
I don't
much
like
like a
it.
computer because it is.
The reason it's being mean to you is because you were like, "Are there nuns? Really? Name 3."
Wow.
So
Google's like, damn. like,
exactly.
people can believe anything they want to believe.
And then it gives me too many examples. It's like, how do I cook a chicken? And it comes up with,
Because
thousands.
there's millions of ways to cook chicken.
You went from how many nuns are there to what's your favorite way to cook chicken?
I'm bored.
Okay, clearly.
And there's a lot of people like me. We're a big group out
Retired
there.
and don't know how to use Google. Got it.
And so you talk to Google as if they're her friend, and then you get these weird answers,
Yeah.
and you feel kind of slighted by them.
But you don't have an issue with Siri or Alexa. You use those all the time.
Sometimes I get mad at Alexa.
Okay.
I have violent fights with
It's
Alexa.
not looking good for AI.
Yeah. When it comes to AI, vote no. This message approved by Mom's Hot Take. All right, Mom. Thank you for that contribution.
You
to
do
the
it.
show.
Google nuns and Google chicken.
I'm not. I don't need that added to my algorithm. Mom's Hot Takes all brought to you by T-Mobile. Get a great deal on an iPhone 16 Pro by heading to T-Mobile.com. A couple is suing JetBlue Airlines because they claim a watermelon-sized ice trunk fell from one of their planes
Yes.
through their roof and nearly crushed them in bed.
For $1 million. They are putting up a lawsuit, and this happened on New Year's Day of last year. So what a crazy way to bring in the new year.
2024. Oh, God!
Yeah, exactly. Now, mind you, this is a very rare occurrence.
Yeah.
Like giant pieces of ice don't just normally fall from planes, so don't start thinking you gotta, bunker down
don't
your
chicken
house.
little this.
Yeah,
Guy's not
exactly.
falling. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. The aviation expert in me is like, because they de-ice planes, right?
Sure,
And
yeah.
actually, ice, even small pieces of ice, affect how planes fly. So this is a very rare occurrence, and there was a defect with that plane. It was basically like the water tank
Right.
froze and then kind of chipped off.
Yeah.
But yeah, the worst part is that it apparently happened with this same aircraft like a year prior.
Yeah, it did. They already knew that this plane specifically had issues, and JetBlue apparently, again, allegedly,
It's like, but we
didn't fix it.
We have ice cream sandwiches. They're also, I just looked this up because I searched it to find the article, JetBlue and Ice. They're also getting sued by a woman who claimed that the ice cream sandwich they served was too cold and she broke her tooth.
Wait, they serve ice cream sandwiches?
You're missing the point here.
I might be flying JetBlue now.
Why do chairs cost so much money? XYZ with Erik Zachary. I'm buying dining room furniture because that's apparently what you do. I've been criticized by you especially, but
Yes.
many of my friends and now my girlfriend for not having like a proper dining room table.
Sure.
Because I used to have a desk. We used to do the show from my apartment.
Right.
We don't do that anymore. So now I have this open space. I need a table. The table's very reasonably priced.
Okay.
Chairs are like $400 a pop for like decent chairs.
While that is wild, it's so funny to me watching you grow up in real time.
But why would I pay $1,200 for a set of chairs when a table can cost me like $200 to $300?
I'm right there with you.
I don't
It's just-
understand. I'll just get a tall desk. Everyone can stand. Chairs are not the necessary part about this. They should be cheaper. This is infuriating.
Don't go to any dinner parties at his place.
It's a stand-in party. We're gonna have tapas. It's gonna be a buffet station. We'll do banquet style. XYZ in my small apartment.
I'm gonna cut you off now.
Bad reviews on XYZ with Erik Zachary. It's exactly what it sounds like. We go find horrible reviews that we find amusing
Yes.
on the internet, and anybody can get it, right? It could be for a food establishment. It could be for a product.
Yep.
We had one that was for a jail from an inmate that was in the jail. Today's bad review brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Jordan,
This review is on Comic-Con. It's a 1-star review, very short and sweet. My son was karate chopped in the throat by a ninja wannabe.
okay. In my head, I immediately play out a scenario here,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Comic-Con tickets aren't cheap, right? If
No,
we're talking especially like the real Comic-Con that goes down in San Diego,
Right.
like hundreds of dollars for the tickets alone.
This is like Coachella for comic books.
assuming that you didn't even have to like travel in and
Right.
get a hotel and all that. So you as like the cool dad was like, all right, my son's finally old enough.
Yep,
You get
yep.
to share like this love of Star Wars. He's dressed as like an Ewok.
Yeah.
and just out of nowhere, just clotheslines this poor little kid in the throat to such a point that you then are like, you know what? I'm going to go leave a review. I'm going to take time out of my day and from checking that my son is breathing to go online and be like, 1 star.
Dad.
Not, never again. Wow. That is,
Oh man.
I find that
brutal.
Bad reviews is more of just what can we read and then we make it as funny as possible.
Yeah.
This is for us. Yeah, but that's a real review on what was that, on Google or where was that?
Yeah, this is a Google review.
Google review for Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Love it. It's XYZ with Erik Zachary. Bad reviews is all brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Dumb of the day on XYZ with Erik Zachary. Talking about people doing dumb things. This man missed his train. It was his own fault and figured that he was going to Tom Cruise Mission Impossible it.
That's right.
And it didn't go well. We'll talk it all through next. But before that, we have an extra little bonus dumb today.
Don't leave your pets on planes. A woman flying from New Zealand all the way to Australia left 8-year-old Mittens on the plane, to which the cat then went, like I said, from New Zealand to Australia, then back to New Zealand, and then back to Australia to meet up with her owner.
Why is no one checking the cabin?
So they just took off before they did their full sweep.
What do you mean they just took off?
That's what I wasn't there.
If this was like Spirit going from like Orlando to Miami, maybe I could understand.
Sure.
But like 2 different nations.
Yes.
A long flights too. That's like a 6-hour flight even from New Zealand to Australia.
I just hope the cat has frequent flyer points because those would have been numbers.
As you would say, Jordan. I ain't got nothing positive to say.
Love it.
It's XYZ with Erik Zachary. Dumb of the day coming up next. If you've ever wondered, could I pull off a Tom Cruise level Mission Impossible stunt and then realize, no, I'm a sane person. I shouldn't attempt that.
Yeah.
Well, that's good on you because this guy did not. XYZ with Erik Zachary. Dumb of the day. It's all brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people.
A 40-year-old Hungarian man.
He was 40? I thought this was like an 18-year-old kid.
No, he's a grown man.
That makes this so much better. All right, a 40-year-old Hungarian.
Yes, he grabbed the cables of a high-speed German train after a lengthy cigarette, and he realized that the doors were closing with his bags still on the train. So as it was taking off, again, high-speed rail grabbed the train to see if he could somehow stop it. Like you said, Tom Cruise Mission Impossible and or Superman. That was not the case.
What happened to him? I can't.
It eventually stopped.
The train did?
Yes, the
Okay.
train stopped, but I mean...
And he was still hanging on?
Barely.
I think he's coming out on top here, man. I have a change of heart because those trains go like 0 to 80 in like 20
Very
seconds.
fast,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, it's not like Tesla level, but like...
Yeah, I
that's-
mean, it didn't stop on a dime for him, but yeah.
Wow. Did he get fined or anything?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
yeah,
I was like, if he
he's
just got
definitely
his
in trouble.
if he just got his bags back, then the dude kind of won.
No, they definitely hit him with some
Okay.
fines, yeah.
Man, imagine getting banned from a train. Like, it's bad enough to get put on a no-fly list, but you can't take a train in Europe?
No ride list, no rail list.
Back to the cart and buggy for you, man.
Yeah, man.
Horse and buggy. Cart and buggy?
Horse and buggy.
Horse and
Yeah.
buggy.
Mhm.
Did they call it a buggy in Europe, or is that an American thing?
I actually don't know. We can look
I would
that up.
imagine it was like a carriage.
Yeah, I could see a carriage.
This is all right.
Yeah.
Somehow I always find a way to also become one of the dumbest of the day. Dumb of the day, the Hungarian man that clung onto the edge of a high-speed train because he thought he could stop it, which he did, actually. It's all brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people on XYZ with Erik Zachary. Under the Covers, all brought to you by Optima Tax Relief, unique takes on songs that we already know, and this is exactly that, a pop-funk version of Defying Gravity from the Wicked soundtrack.
No wizard that there is on board.
Her name is Amanda Barais.
Is ever gonna bring me down.
Wow. Third reprise is the band backing her up. Probably 8 people in this room all doing this live. Wait for it. Singer again, Amanda Barais. I hopefully am not butchering her name. I just looked at her Instagram profile. It looks like she's auditioning for American Idol. Well, she already did, but it starts airing in March.
Nice.
And I would imagine she's not posting that if it went horribly.
Right.
So look her up. But again, third reprise. They have it on their Instagram page if you want to check it out. Today's Under the Covers, all brought to you by Optima Tax Relief. I had a dream. And no, I'm not. I had a dream.
You got to start that different.
I don't got to start it different. I had a dream. I mean, okay, it was MLK Day a couple days ago. So maybe, given the proximity, I should.
We can do this next week.
I did have a dream though.
Okay. Get on with it.
XYZ with Erik Zachary, and it was so vivid that it was one of those dreams you wake up from and you're like, wait, did that happen?
So super lucid.
Yeah, but I'm mad because I didn't do anything fun or interesting, and it wasn't scary. It wasn't a nightmare. It wasn't anxiety filled. I just did all of the activities that I was supposed to do today. Like
You're filing taxes.
I dreamt that like I got up, brushed my teeth, went to work, like did the boring parts of our job. Like I love what we do. I'm intrinsically not mad about my career path. This isn't some deeper meaning, but like I was doing like the boring admin stuff.
You were in your dream answered email.
I answered an email in the dream that I then had to wake up and be like, oh, I have to go answer that again. And I'm living it again.
Okay, so glass half empty, very mundane, boring dream.
Yeah.
Glass half full, you were doing work in advance, which I actually enjoy because I've had that before too, where I'm like, oh, I already know what I'm going to say to this email.
I'm like my own AI. Like when I typed the email today, I was like, I already got it. Like you were right there. I was like, I already know what I need to say.
Yeah.
But I don't 0 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend.
I used to dream mundane futures a lot, where I'd be like, oh, I've already done this before. So it's a sign that you're supposed to be.
My
where
wife
you are.
is mid. What do you mean you dreamt mundane futures?
Not you. Like I would tell people, okay,
damn, I
just had a
settled.
dream. Shut up. I had a dream. Of the future, but it wasn't anything.
You had a
cool.
dream
It wasn't
of the future.
Yeah.
What did it look like, Jordan?
That's what I'm saying. It'd be like, oh, I'm just like washing my hair or doing something super random, but it's a sign that you're like supposed to be doing what you're doing. You're on the right track.
Oh,
I've looked into it.
okay.
Yeah. So good job on you.
Thanks. It was boring. I want the exciting. I want my Mission Impossible dreams back.
Yeah, but that means like, okay, you have a dream where we were just talking about hanging off of a high-speed train.
Yeah.
If you think that is going to happen in real life, good luck, man. I don't want that.
If the Hungarian guy that hung onto the train could do it,
You don't know him.
just saying, it's physically possible, apparently. I know you were giving me a hard time for me complaining about the price of chairs versus dining room tables, but like, there's some seriousness behind this. Like these are things
completely
you don't think about as a single guy growing up. I mean, generalizing here, but especially certainly just someone as younger, like buying good furniture and being like, hey, maybe IKEA isn't the answer to everything. So what is something that you had to purchase for your home, Jordan, that you're like, wow, that's way more expensive than I anticipated?
Ooh, that I don't know. A lot of small stuff.
Jordan lives in a trash can. He's like Oscar the Grouch. Trash cans cost an insane amount of money.
Why
have you
are
ever
you spending that much on a trash
look
can?
it up? Even the basic trash can on Amazon's like at least $30.
Mm-hmm.
Thank producer Trace. Thank you.
It's not that bad.
That
though.
$30 for like
trash can?
and I'm talking like a cheap plastic one. You want anything that's stainless steel? You're talking $100 plus.
Okay, I definitely spent stainless steel trash can with the foot pedal, like maybe $40.
No, you
I
didn't.
think that's
Where
fair.
is it? The size of like my
You've
forearm?
seen my trash can. It's like up to my
Is that
waist.
a euphemism? I haven't
Okay.
seen your trash can. Not recently, at least. We'll see you tomorrow on XYZ.
Oh my god.